Hello, everyone. Today I'd like to talk to you about the crossing of the Red Sea. I came across a verse in the book of Ezra 7:9, and Ezra got permission from the king to go to Jerusalem, and it says that he left um, Babylon and he got to Jerusalem. It took him 5 months, a distance of 669 miles. I looked it up, and it's approximately 5.5 miles a day. So if you think about the Red Sea crossing, and if you look on Google Maps, it's about 100 miles across in most of the likely places where they crossed, maybe as little as 80 miles or as much as 120 miles. But nevertheless, if they were going 5 miles a day, um, it would have taken them more than just one day to get across. People don't realize that they were camping. The Israelites were camping at the bottom of the Red Sea. It probably took them 2 weeks to get across. They were pushing herds. They had sheep, they had goats, they had oxen, they had bulls and calves, um, donkeys. Their donkeys were loaded up with all their furniture and all their household goods and all their clothing and their stuff. They had their wives and children walking. Some of the wives were carrying little babies. Some of them were like pushing a carriage or something. I don't know what they had in those days, but you can't get that group of people to be moving that quickly. They were probably lucky to do 6 miles a day, and probably if they knew they were being chased, maybe they could do 10 miles a day. But nevertheless, it still took them a long time to go across the Red Sea. Now, people don't realize it, that they were there on the bottom, camping at night. There was some kind of a separation with God's power that kept the water on one side and water on the other side. And it doesn't say that it was opaque power. I believe it was, God's power is pretty clear or invisible. And I think that they could look through and see all the fish in the Red Sea, and the fish in the Red Sea could see them. In fact, they were walking on crabs and clams and maybe some lobsters or something like that got caught on the bottom. There were barnacles and coral, all these kinds of things on the bottom they were picking up and eating. Uh, they, uh, they were, okay, if you were under the Red Sea and you had walls of water on both sides of you, it would only be light when the sun was coming straight down. When the sun came at an angle, it would be dark on the bottom, and it would be very, very dark late at night. Uh, I don't know what they were thinking, but I imagine they were very much frightened over all this. And then they were pursued by Pharaoh's army. And his army, the ones out front, were his best soldiers, his SWAT team, his special forces, his Green Berets were out there at first. And they're like tough guys who just, let's kill these Egyptians real fast. Let's kill these Israelites really fast and get this all done with. And somehow they they were kept from the Israelites. They said there was darkness, but I know, like, special forces people are not afraid of darkness. So I don't know if they didn't know that they were there, but yet they were following them through this path on the bottom of the Red Sea, I can't imagine what that would be like, except it's way more interesting than any movie could make it. To go a mile deep into the Red Sea and to be like in the darkness for so long, following along. Where are we going? Is there light at the end of the tunnel? If there was a little bit of a curve in the Red Sea path, they would not see any light at the other end. These people, they could have been walking, for all they know, on the moon, or walking in Hades, under the earth, where the dead people are. It was amazing to just think of what was in their mind when they were crossing this. And the soldiers, like, chomping at the bit behind them. Yes, let's quickly get to them and kill them, but somehow they knew they were in front of them on this path, but they couldn't get there. I think that people overlook the amazing thing that God did. It was many times more amazing than anything we could think or imagine. Anyhow, that's my little piece on the Red Sea crossing. Thank you.